I just like all red wine, to be honest. Like, I just picked one off the shelf last night. Do you drink any red wine?
Red wine, I actually drink more rosé.
Damn it, I'm already messing up. Shit.
No, don't worry. No, I actually love red wine, but when it's like very hot.
Like today.
Yeah.
Damn it.
No,
I messed up.
Don't worry, because now it's pretty chill, it's not that hot or like in the shadow, so it's nice.
Yeah, I didn't think this through. The summer season of red wine talks, and I'm drinking red wine outside. This doesn't make any sense. What up, everyone? It's Damon. This is Friday Night Red Wine Talks, or Friday Red Wine Talks, or just Red Wine Talks. It's the summer season. We're just trying new things out. This is my boy Fred here in Paris.
What's up, everybody? My name is Frederico. I'm a photographer, came from Brazil, and now I'm living in France, in Paris.
Okay, hold on though. Just wait, let me put this down. You were a teenager, right?
Yeah.
You were a teenager when your parents were just like, all right, we're gonna leave all your friends, everyone you know, we're gonna move across the ocean. And you're like, let's go! When I was a teenager, my mom moved houses to a different high school in my hometown. And I said, I'm not changing high schools. And so I kept going to my same high school. But you were moving countries.
Yeah, the thing is, because even in Brazil, we like moved a lot. I was born in Recife. I grew up in São Paulo, in a city called São José dos Campos. From there, we went to France and we came back to live in Rio. So all my like childhood friends, like they stayed in my childhood.
Oh, so you weren't even going back to where...
I met new friends again.
Normal, like you were always moving around and
yeah, but
meeting new
at
people.
that time I didn't have like a solid group of friends that I couldn't leave or I can't. I was not really attached to the family. My cousins, I was always very close to my cousins, but never like at this age like to a group of friends. So that's why I think we were all like, yeah, let's go.
Shit, yeah, I don't know. It's weird because like you had that kind of upbringing where you're moving all around the place, and then I had a completely different one where I'm like staying in the same place. But like we still can, you and me, we can both make friends in different places. Like we can adapt to the situation, meet new people. So it's almost like our upbringing didn't even matter.
Yeah.
Because like on a tous les deux le même style de faire des amis, j'ai l'impression.
Ouais.
Speaking of making new friends, how has that been in France?
France is... I love France, but I had a first...
Just hold on. Hold on. I have to tell people on this channel, because we're all living in Paris, I have to tell people typically, like, we're not going to France bash. We're not going to say bad things about France.
No.
However, there are some things to, like...
Exactly.
Note the cultural differences. We're gonna get hit by one of these like acorns.
I was not used to a different culture. I didn't even know what culture means. Like I just came to France the first time I was like 13, 14, and for me, I wouldn't feel like a difference in like in relationships in general. I would feel that people would like come up to me with a big smile and we would like be friends in 10 minutes, and then the next day we're already best friends, because that could happen in Brazil. We could like, you can make like a new friend like here, like now talking, and if I invite a new friend now and we're all gonna be friends, and this can happen like very fast, They are maybe a little bit scared to je ne sais pas comment dire ça, mais de se jeter dans la relation, d'être
vulnérable peut-être.
Exactement.
Avec des gens qui ne connaissent pas.
Exactement. Et 14, I used to say like after a few months that we moved here, I was like, no, I don't like here. I don't like France.
Yeah.
I don't like, because I had like some weird experience with like friends, and for them it was normal to act that way.
Yeah.
But it was not that normal for me, but I didn't understood. I was trying to go against that. But you can't go against that. You just need to accept and adapt. And French people are like that.
Yeah, that's the way it works here.
Exactly. And it's fine like this.
Tu te casses.
Exactement.
Who are we to try to change their culture?
Exactly. And it's never going to change.
It's never going to change. That's why I'm leaving. No, I'm kidding.
We actually love France.
When I was learning Portuguese, I always felt like I wasn't as afraid to practice Portuguese as I was when I was learning French. Because in France, I felt like with the people, they were a little bit colder.
Yeah.
And like if I messed up, then oh my God, my world was over.
Yeah.
But if I messed up with the Portuguese speaker, it was always like, tudo bem, amigo, tranquilo, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, I like this. Like I can fuck up and nobody cares.
Yeah, exactly. You can make mistakes and...
When I'm here, I always miss like that. I miss the like warmth of Brazilians, or not even Brazilians, just the warmth.
Yeah.
And then when I'm in like the warmer countries, I miss the like elegance and refined, the beauty.
Yeah, but that's like, we're never gonna find like...
I know, I just want to complain. Let me complain. Let me complain. The Brazilian culture and the French culture are two of my favorites, almost more than the American culture. The thing about the Brazilian culture is that you guys are always so warm and bubbly, and you can make friends, and like it's always super good. Good energy. But it's odd because Brazil's like, in Rio, like you feel that danger in the air.
Yeah.
It's this weird like contrast.
This is something like that I hate the most.
Why is it like that? Like y'all are so cool, but then like there's so much violence. It's like such extremes.
And you know, this is something that happened from like in our generation. Even I don't wear the same things that I wear when I'm real and when I'm walking around in Paris. I don't want like how do you say in English? Bring up attention.
Bring attention to yourself.
I just wanna blend in like.
It's true.
Brazilian. Even I'm Brazilian, even I'm tan. If I'm like wearing like some real like fashion clothes with a massive camera around my neck, people are gonna be looking at me.
Yeah.
And they probably gonna take my camera away.
Even this in this park, like we couldn't even do this.
No, I wouldn't feel safe like in a park like this, because I would feel like like in 5 minutes from now, maybe some guy gonna come here. And I love French people. I love France.
Here you go. I didn't.
French people like to complain a lot.
That's what I like to do too now.
Yeah, but like, it's okay. Like I'm not judging. This is just, it's true. Come on, guys. You know that. And like here, there is some like things that we have, and sometimes it happens like this when we complain. Like we complain, but we don't realize what we have. People here complains a lot about taxes. We pay a lot of taxes. We pay a lot of debt. But here you pay, but you have something in return.
You get shit.
People here don't have to pay for like school for their kids, because public schools here are very nice. Like public hospitals here are very nice.
The public university I went to was so much better than the one I spent tons of money in New York. This one was better, and it was just public, free.
Yeah, exactly. And there's like so much free stuff that we have. They have this here. But you don't realize that you have this until you go to a country that you see that you have to pay for everything. Like in Brazil, you pay for your taxes a lot, and then you have to pay for your kids to go to school, to a good school, because if they don't go to a good school, they're not gonna go to a good university, and blah blah blah, and so on and so on.
We're already kind of deep in this video. People are like, "Who is this? Like, who is like? How do we know each other?"
Instagram. I created a YouTube channel like 2-3 years ago, and then I discovered his channel with Joe, and really liked that because the thing that I felt most related to you guys is the language that I feel that we just speak the same languages, like
Portuguese,
French, and English, and we kind of have common interests, And I remember, I think I sent you a message on Instagram like, oh, love what you guys do. If you're ever in Paris, like I'm a photographer, it'd be nice to do some things, even take some pictures. And
we got wine, I think.
Got wine, today, exactly.
Then you took a picture. You took that picture in that one restaurant.
I did, yeah, exactly.
And then I ended up using it on Tinder. So thank you.
Yeah. A lot of matches thanks to that photo.
A lot of matches.
I had a friend who discovered like this thing to take pictures in nightclubs.
Nightlife photographer. Hold on, didn't you say one time, ce boulot-là était horrible parce que la boîte même, like, vous a demandé de prendre des photos des gens like les plus belles.
Ah oui.
Like you had to take the pictures of the hottest people, basically.
This is like those kind of jobs that you do because you need money. When
you're throwing some shade in this video, damn.
Yeah.
He's like, it's time. This is my moment.
Okay, I'm gonna tell everything now. Because it's not like beautiful people. This is like the nice part. Like they told me some horrible stuff. Like try to avoid color.
That's
I actually heard that. Like it was not. I'm not gonna even call him my boss. Like the guy that works from the club.
It's just messed up. Period.
Just so messed up. Like so messed up. Nightclubs in Paris in general are so messed up. They just want to make money.
Are they still
just
around?
Wanna,
Are these clubs still around? Which one?
Not at the moment.
Ooh! I'm all for documenting the moment, hence the camera filming me right now. I love documenting the moment. But do you feel like when you take your camera out to take the picture, you are more present in the moment because you're observing what's actually happening, or less present because you have to be like, oh, stop, hold on, let me take a picture?
That's a very, very interesting question.
It's kind of both. You're kind of like both more present and less.
I feel that I'm less present. Let's say like we're in like a group of friends, and I see something that catches my eye and I want to take a picture of that. At that point, like I'm completely forgetting all my friends.
Yeah.
I'm on that thing. I'm focused on that, and then I'm living that moment, but not what I'm living now, if that makes sense. Like I feel like when I see something that I want to take a picture, it's like everything stops. Like nothing is taking my attention. I just need to take that picture.
This is an experiment that I'm doing right now.
Okay.
The moments for you in your life that are the most vivid and colorful, were they in the past few years, or were they like more maybe like early 2010, 11? Do you think they were recent, or were they further away? And I have a whole, this is my science experiment.
Okay.
Like your last good moment, like that, you're like, shit, that was a good time. And
I think it was England when I was.
So that was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Perfect. Got him. Okay. Experiment proven. Okay. I read this article. It was in Vice, and to this day, I put on my story the other day. To this day, I'm like, this is exactly what's happening. In the past few years, since Instagram Story and Snapchat became popular, people said that now that we're all creating memories on our phones, like say I take a little video of you and I put on my story, I'm already thinking of that moment as disposable because it'll disappear in 24 hours. What we're doing every day is almost like more disposable now. Like c'est pas très important parce que ça va disparaître dans 24 heures. Plutôt qu'avant, il y a 4 ans, il n'y avait pas Instagram Story, Snapchat était un peu like en train d'augmenter.
Ouais.
So on vivait plus dans le moment où les moments étaient beaucoup plus précieux que maintenant. But I also feel like the most like vivid moment for me was when I was backpacking around Europe, which was in the early 2010s. But I don't know if it's because I was younger and like it was tout nouveau and everything was like for my first time.
Yeah.
Or if it's because like I wasn't constantly taking videos for Instagram.
I think this messes up like nowadays a little bit. Like Instagram videos and stories, and
we're about to get
up,
but
as long as it's not pigeons shitting on us. And it's also depends on like what you live and how do you live, because I remember like this time in England was like a moment that really
in your life.
Yeah. It was like, oh my god, this was like a really cool moment.
Yeah, I wonder if like if you were to have that moment right now, if it would still be the same importance in your life.
Even like stories, like it's kind of stuff that distracts us, takes us out of this moment. And sometimes I'm like, oh, like I completely forgot today to like make stories, to post something. And those days are actually the days that I was doing the most and living the most, you know.
Yeah.
And my day was like full, so I didn't even thought about like making a story. Kind of, we were creating a memory in our phones, but we're concentrating on that filming that we're not really. After you have like those memories on, now I only count on those to remember stuff. Oh yeah, this was a year ago. This is nice.
Because you no longer need to remember it, because your phone can remind you of it. You don't have to like have space in your brain to remember it, because your phone will be like, oh, did you remember this a year ago? And you're like, oh shit, I forgot. It's like, because you don't even need to know that anymore.
Yeah.
Also that.
Yeah.
It's 2020 and you just started your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Your own. First off, congrats. Like,
thank you.
Honestly, congrats, because I feel like most people, they're like, oh, it's too late. It's too late. There's so many big people on YouTube. Like, how am I gonna get an audience?
I don't think there is like, oh, it's too late. Because
me neither.
If we think about, YouTube has just started.
Ooh.
10 years ago, for me, is just started. Like, if you think about like TV channels in general, like movies, today is really hard to get into like Hollywood industry because it's been there for so long, and like 10 years is not that long. Maybe in another life I was a teacher or something, I don't know, but I love to teach. Like
2020, we're all like, I want to learn so much. I'm talking for myself, by the way. I want to learn so much. I want to learn philosophy. But then I look at a video and I'm like, I don't want to sit through all this. But it's like, but I do, because I want to learn. But like, I also don't. All right, so you started your own channel, and I often get this from a lot of my friends who want to start YouTube channels. And they're always like, should I do it? Is it too late? Does anybody even care? And they also say like, I feel like what I want to say has already been done before. And the thing is, it's like everything in the world has already been done before. Everything, like there are no new ideas really. It's just like a copying of something else that's already been done. But like what changes is the fact that like you like have a whole different perspective.
exactly.
Like literally there's no one else on this in Bois de Vincennes who has the same DNA as like me or you. So no matter if you copy word for word, it'll still come out differently.
When I started thinking about those like tutorial, like about photography, about aperture and shutter speed, you have all of this on YouTube already.
It's done before, yeah.
In English, in Portuguese, in French, in whatever language you want, but not the way
Not like
that I
you.
want you to.
Not
Exactly.
like Fred.
Exactly, not like you that wanted to do the same tutorial, because maybe you're gonna add something, or you're gonna have a way to explain that it's gonna be different. And like, even if there's like, you have 10 subscribers, but you have 10 subscribers that are always there, you're helping 10 people.
Well, also, it's not always, even the subscriber count never matters, because it's like, I think when I look at my analytics, it's like 60% are people who are subscribed, 40% aren't subscribed. Even if you have 10 subscribers, if you're reaching more than 10 subscribers, people just aren't subscribing, or they're like, you just don't know that they're watching.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
you don't know that people
either
are
way,
watching.
you're gonna be helping or like doing something good for someone. And if you're passionate about like sharing and passionate about what you do, then just do it. Like, stop asking questions. And I had one problem, because I'm very how do you say in English, perfectionist?
Perfectionist,
yeah. I'm very perfectionist, and I wanted like my channel to be perfect. I had to be like the perfect lighting and the sound, so I had to have the best mic, and I have to have the best camera, no need for that. Like, I realized that like what is most important is like the content that you're gonna bring, is what you're gonna say. You know, if you wanna do this, just do it. Like, stop asking questions about it.
When we were walking into the park to find a spot to set up, I said, like, when you're creating something, you could go on and on and on. Whatever you want to create will never be exactly what you want it to be.
Yeah.
So you always have to you always have to create an out time. Like a time where you're going to say, okay, I'm giving myself 2 days to do this project. Or else you will continue finding something that's wrong with it. All right, so you work at an influencer agency, you started your own channel, you've been all over Brazil and France. Let's talk about comparison. Do you feel yourself comparing to other people? Or even if you don't, like, it's something we should talk about, because I think a lot of people do compare themselves to other people.
I feel that, and I see that a lot. And this is like in different levels. It's funny, I compare this situation when I was like younger, when there was like no Instagram and nothing. And I feel like that when there is no Instagram, when there is nothing, we're just like, if we live in a small city and we had like a, I don't know, a little lake to go and play with, a little like basket court, and that was our life, our childhood, and that was perfect. We didn't have anything that would show us that other kids around the world had maybe a better life than what we had.
Isn't that, when we were in high school, well, not that we went to high school together, but like, I didn't even know you existed. You didn't know I existed, and we were both fine with that.
Exactly. And
everything was okay.
Exactly, and we're both fine, like being, it's just like, what the life I have, it's fine, it's good enough. And this is what I feel with Instagram nowadays. There is like this downside of always comparing yourself and comparing your life.
Back in the day, we used to be content with saying, our life is good enough, everything's great. Now, it's like, our life is good enough, but could it be better, because I saw all these other people on Instagram and Snapchat doing all this.
Exactly. When you, like, let's say you go on holidays, and you book, I don't know, a little house tree somewhere around France, and it's super cool. You're gonna have an awesome time there. But then you see somebody on Instagram that went to, I don't know, to Hawaii, to the Maldives, and like to some like dreamy place, and then you're gonna be like, damn, like where am I? Like this sucks what I have. Like I want something like that. Like this looks cool. And for me this is like a huge problem. And
the first two thoughts that I thought about comparison, because everybody does it. The first thing is, again, no one can be you. No one can have your own experience. Like, they ain't got that boom like you do. That was a hit song back in the 2000s. I always got to throw them with the R&B song. They ain't got that boom like I do. No one has the boom like you do. So no matter if you have... The thing is, like, you could be in your tree house. You said house tree, which was cute. You said house tree, which I was like, I'm just going to let him say house tree. Tree house,
sorry.
Someone's in the Maldives, but like they could be in the Maldives, but like who knows? They might not even having a good time. And
exactly,
Maldives. It's not just that they're in Maldives.
Again, be a couple like arguing all the time and
like do you know like we're in Paris right now, but there are days when we're like, I'm not having a good day. It's not that we're in Paris that like our life has to be amazing. It's not that they're in the Maldives that it all has to be amazing and we have to envy them. The second thing was, I read this book recently that said the way to happiness is to desire what you already have, not to desire what everyone else has. It's almost like you put these blinders on and you're like, all right, what do I got? All right, I got turkey in the oven. I got making some pasta. It's gonna be good, period. Anything else that's happening literally doesn't matter because it's not what you're gonna be experiencing. So
time is important in comparisons in general, because sometimes you're gonna compare yourself to, let's say,
they're having a good time. That's all I got.
They're having a good time.
They're not when you're a kid, you are not comparing your life to anybody because you are you're like, my life's great.
For example, like about me, I used to compare myself to other photographers.
Oh yeah.
That were doing better than me at a younger age.
Yeah.
See, like, I was like, I don't know, 25, 26. I was been doing photography for a few years, and I saw some 17 years old like
who's doing the same
kids
thing in like Tokyo or something.
And like taking pictures all around the world, and I was not doing this yet, and I was like, damn, like why? Like this is wrong. Like I've been like
like I did this
a lot. Why this is not happening to me, you know? But because like time is like, everyone has their like time and rhythm. Like we can't argue with time, like, and you can't.
Ooh, you can't argue with time.
Yeah.
I'm always like, yo, why does it have to happen in your 20s or teens? Like, if we're gonna be here for 100 years or more or less, like, why does it have to happen like now? Who said that like your teens or 20s have to be the best years, no matter how old you get? Shouldn't year 63 be the best year of life? It should be.
Exactly. And who said that like when you're 30 you're already supposed to like be in a relationship and be like in the path to have children? I want things to happen like when it has to happen. You can go chase for something different, but not like complain and say that like our life sucks, what we have sucks. Not like what we have, like it's what we have. So like don't complain about it, just like be happy with it. If you want to change something, just do something to change it.
That was pretty simple and efficient.
Simple but hard to do,
right?
But,
like the easiest things.
Yeah, exactly.
It's almost like we all have something everybody wants. You got something somebody wants, I got something somebody wants, and they have something we want. It's almost like one, you can't have it all. Two, in order to get where you want, you have to like give up something that you have. So maybe I know how to dance, but somebody else doesn't. Somebody else has more subscribers. Like, would I really want to give up my connaissance de danse to have that? Would I really want to give up my ability to dance, or would I really want that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Do I want the perfect whatever, or do I want what I already got? No, I want what I got.
But then I feel like that there is no end to this conversation, because then when you have that thing that you want, you're gonna want something more.
You're like, I wish I had what I had.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a never-ending cycle.
Never gonna be happy.
All right, you need more wine. Boy.
Yeah, I need more wine.
Cheers.
Cheers, my friend.
This has been Red Wine Talks, the summer season, with Freggy. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to, I guess, leave a comment below if you have any questions. We'll be doing this every, I guess, Friday for the summer, whatever day I end up choosing. Go ahead and subscribe to Freggy's channel.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It was really nice talking to you.
I'm telling you, always.
Like always.
I'm just like, let me get my friends up on my YouTube channel. Like, I got good friends. Let me show y'all. Let me show them off. Okay, so this is Fred. Go ahead and subscribe to his channel. Follow us on Instagram. I will see you in the next video.
Cheers, guys.
See ya. My pants are just like way too white for this. I'm gonna disappear.
They're reflecting on.
It's for your lighting. I wore these so you look good.
the worst that no, I can't.
Okay. Okay. Let's just stop. Stop.